Okay, YouTubers, here we are again with update number 2. Here's the motor, as you can see, and I've started stripping down the car. So you can see that the glass is all out. I didn't break any. I was really quite chuffed with myself. And also started on the door. The door is now stripped out, completely stripped, and it's in reasonable nick. It's not marvellous, but it's in reasonable nick. You can see in the channel there's some rust sitting up in that front channel, but down in there it doesn't look too bad. But as we come down the door, you'll notice this scrape here, and that was caused by the winder mechanism, which had actually broken. And so I'll show you where that is. Here's the winder mechanism here, and as we take a look at it, you can see how the mechanism itself has given way there. And so what was happening was this part down here was scraping on the door. I'm glad it wasn't going too much longer, because it would have put a big dent in the door. So I've certainly got to fix that. One of those things that you find when you start taking a car apart. So I've done the door. The front doors, as on most Beetles, are pretty awful. As you can see down here, there's quite a bit of rust in there. It might be a little bit difficult to see there. And this sideboard is quite rusty too, and so is the carpet moulding. So it's a bit ordinary there, but I knew that when I found it, when I bought the car. The other thing that I've done is I've taken the front mudguard off. In Australia we call them mudguards. So those of you from overseas, the US, Canada, you know them as fenders. So the front mudguard's off, and it doesn't look too bad. It's a bit grotty, but it's not too bad. I did notice that there. I'll just shine the light on it so that you can see it. You can see a hole there. That's not unusual for bugs or beetles. We know them as beetles over in Australia, but those of you overseas would probably know them as bugs. We know them as beetles. So yes, that's that, and it's got the original 5 lug wheels and the absolutely superlative disc brakes. They don't work at the moment, but that's how it is. I'll give you a bit of a tour on the inside. There's the fuel tank and the front, and down here you can see the compliance plates, made in Western Germany. So it's a West German Beetle, made in 1958. There's not that many of them around left in Australia, so I'm really quite happy with that. And the wiring's a bit of a dog's breakfast, but we'll certainly be looking at that in the future. It's just stuff that needs to be done. I've also taken the front bumper bar off, and it doesn't look too bad. It's not marvellous, but it doesn't look too bad. It's sitting over here. You can see, for something 55 years old, it's not in bad nick. There's a few little dings and stuff in it, but that's how it goes. And here's my front mudguard here. You can see it's not in bad nick either. There's a couple of little dings and wrinkles in it, but apart from that, quite happy with that. In fact, I'm very happy with that. The light well is pretty good. Just down on the bottom, down over there, you can see that there's a few wrinkles and where it's being caught on something, and that'll have to receive some attention, but the rest of it is pretty good. We'll go around to the other side. Here's the bonnet. There's a couple of little wrinkles just here and there. Somebody's hit it with something, and you can see the indicators are off. I haven't taken this mudguard off. We're pretty busy at the moment with the restoration or renovation of our house, so it's all hands to the pump, so to speak. Inside, you can see the chair, the seats. These are the original seats, and they are in superb condition for 55 years old. I'm really happy with that. So it's grey with light grey piping and maroon. That's the colour scheme. Go round to the back here, up into the vent area. You can see up in the vent area there's a little patches of rust spotting there. That's certainly doable. In the glass channels, it's grotty, but it's not rusty. So I'm really pleased about that too. The body is in not too bad a nick, it's straight, and these little rust patches, they're certainly workable. The roof is entire, the bonnet's entire, as you can see, and the doors and sides of it are straight. So all in all, I think I've got a pretty good deal. The rear bumper is, you can see it's a bit pitted and it's a bit nasty there, but you get that on these big jobs. So that's the walk around of my Beetle now that I've started doing some work to it. And once again, have a nice day and thanks for watching.